love fame. Love fame.
Once upon a time, there lived a man who lived on a planet called Planet Music. And on this planet, there were many nations, and each nation had a king, a president. And these leaders had absolute power over their people. Through rhythm, they controlled the minds of many. Through soul, they controlled the force of the universe. One such nation was the nation of R&B, and its king wore diamonds and gold and drove around in big, beautiful cars, and he owned restaurants and clothing lines, and he built a castle on the island of Long, and it too was paved with diamonds and gold and rubies. But he led his people astray. He was not a good leader. He was not a good president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president, president, president. He said if you vote for me, I promise to deliver you even more bass, even more soul, longer hours on the dance floor. DJs who believe as we believe. If you vote for me, I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation. That is house. You see, people, house is more than a nation. House is a feeling. House is a sanctuary. House is a release. House will pick you up when you feel down. House will make you strong when you feel weak. House will fill you up when you feel hungry. He said if you vote for me, I can make the sun rise, take a little bit longer. I can make the dance floors just a little bit stronger. So y'all can stomp y'all's feet all night long. Clap y'all hands all night long. If house is a nation, I want to be president. If house is a nation, I want to be president. I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light of this nation. That is house. I will take you to the mountaintop, and there the whole world will see the glorious light
Oops. Oh snap, where's Jareen? Where is Jareen right now? Because whoosh, what a goof I just pulled off there. Ladies and gentlemen, and my NB comrades, welcome back here to Snare Casting. It's your boy. We out here, and also, why is my mic so loud? Hold on. I need to add some limiters. There we go. There we go. That sounds a lot better. That sounds a lot better. Let's take off the gain actually. What's cracking, y'all? How's it going? How's it hanging today? I don't know why my hair is clipping. I think it's hot as hell, and I have like a bunch. Every window that's in this house is open. Every curtain's out, so I think there's just light pollution everywhere. I don't even have the door in the room closed because it's too much. It's too much. How's everybody doing? How's it hanging, y'all? With my disappearing hairline, I think maybe this is a harbinger of what the future may end up looking like. But unreal. Hold on, I'm just gonna decrease the similarity a little bit. There we go. A lot better. We are out here to cover some more Dota 2 Champions League, Season 5 of this iteration, and fortunately, for whatever reason, the gods of Dota have graced us and they have blessed us. This particular game, we don't seem to have a lot of delay, so we had a 5-minute delay instead of the usual 15-minute delay, thank God, which means we're in the game faster, which is always awesome. Khan, taking on the side of Hydra, is the matchup that we are having on the card, and this particular one is fairly interesting for several reasons. The primary reason why this matchup is interesting is what it could mean for the table. Right now, Hydra is sitting 3-3 in the scoreline, tied up exactly with Namika Gaming. So a victory here puts them automatically into the top 4. Loss, of course, they just don't move, they don't go anywhere. And they might end up dropping actually if they end up losing, because they'll have more losses than no Marcy does. So that becomes a complication. For Khan, on the other side, if they win, it literally means nothing. Almost literally means nothing. Like, yeah, unless they 2-0 Hydra, then they can actually leapfrog all the way up on the card, I think to 3rd place or something like that, if they win. But if it should be a draw, like 1-1, and then one of the teams wins the other one, then I really think nothing changes, because then the loss scores count against both of them. So it has the potential to either get you into playoffs or to really mean nothing. As it stands right now, neither side has played. Khan hasn't played enough games to be fearful of relegation yet. Whilst Hydra, you know, they have 2 games left, I believe. No, 3. They still have 3 games left. So still a lot of opportunities for them to utilize their points. Well, 3 games including this one, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's progress, let's proceed, let's go. Let's look at these drafts. Khan playing on the Radiant side. We do have ourselves the Tidehunter Snapfire picked up in response to the opening Monkey King from the side of Hydra, who have Dire side as well as first pick. This is actually quite interesting to go for Tide in the face of a Monkey King, knowing full well that that's not necessarily the most fun lane for Tidehunter, but presumably they just wanted Tidehunter Snapfire more than they cared about what they're playing these 2 heroes into. Which does occur at times. Sometimes you're just like, whatever. Just get these heroes in. That's all we really care about. Make sure that we have the necessary team fight. Make sure that we're in a situation where at no stage in the game will Hydra be able to play effectively unless they get BKBs. Wait, why is it putting me on the BCS? It's supposed to be on freaking. I was wondering why my cursor was moving randomly. So we have some lane shove.
Yeah.
Beyond having lane shove for ourselves, we also have access to some BKB piercing disable, some lockdown in that regard. Also there's vision. We saw this the other day where the one team was playing with Monkey King Disruptor, I remember correctly, and they just had such an advantage on the map because they had perpetual vision every single place. Good ban actually on this Disruptor. I was about to mention that Monkey King Disruptor is one thing, Beastmaster Monkey King Disruptor quite another, and in that situation it becomes quite difficult to play the map. Static Storm, one of the few spells that Tidehunter is legitimately scared of, can't crack and shell through it. So taking away that OP advantage is great. Oh, Saint D! How you feeling, huh? It is way too hot. It is legitimately too hot. Yeah. I mentioned this to Saint D earlier, but I was on camera earlier for a different thing. We're doing a podcast and it was so hot that every time that they pan to somebody else who was talking, right, I'm just there wiping my brow. I'm like, yo, I'm sweating. It's so hot. Khan, they don't care about the heat. They just want to bring the ice. Bring us the Winter Wyvern right now to counteract the molten globs of the Morty's kisses. So now we have Winter's Curse. It's a way to drop this down onto Monkey King and run away from the Wukongs. Away as well to ensure that they have, no matter how they decide to lane it, they're going to have some kind of defensive posture in the lane. The save either from Fire Snap Cookie or having the Cold Embrace to help out. I also feel like this hero is a bit underpicked, the Winter Wyvern. There's a lot of drafts where I feel like it works really well. But now Hydra, seeing this Winter Wyvern, they've gone in with these other heroes that firstly won't necessarily be occupying the same space in the team fight to have Winter's Curse count against them. But it's more magic damage now. And unfortunately, when you cast Winter's Curse on somebody, the people attacking him, they don't get like, it's not like Pulse Nova suddenly becomes an against the entire team of Hydra AoE ability. Would be nice if that was the case though. With the Chen and Leshrac though, Hydra also really have a fast pace with this draft. Beastmaster, Chen, Leshrac, buildings will get knocked over very, very quickly. They'll be able to have a fairly solid laning phase, I think, as well, for the most part. Also, why does it feel like this Leshrac is going mid, like safe lane, sorry, instead of mid? And they're putting Monkey King middle, maybe.
We saw this yesterday as well.
But they really want Monkey King into the Tidehunter snap lane. But this could also just be the pause for Monkey King. The Beastmaster in the off lane, Leshrac goes middle, and then you have something else to occupy the safe lane. Especially now that you see this Terrorblade having emerged from the other side. Like, you can beat Terrorblade as a Monkey King, but it's not.
It looks like
not a fun day at the office.
Can't actually believe
Terrorblade just can get a bit wacky at times. Although they do have one of the better heroes against Terrorblade in this situation, already having Leshrac picked up. Somewhat surprising to see them decide to go for Terrorblade. I mean, it's not as necessarily as wonky as, say, the PL matchup, but Illusions don't have the same sacrosanct safety that they would normally would in a different kind of draft. In the event that this Monkey King is the pause 4, as just mentioned, PL is actually pretty good for PL's actually pretty. Yo, wait, hold up. PL's actually pretty good for Hydra. I think they should go PL and then win the game, and they'll be fine. They'll be happy. Maybe the problem in this situation is that there's already a Tidehunter, so it's kind of rough playing PL into Tide, but you can see PL into the Terrorblade very, very easily. I can see the PL going into Snapfire. The Wyvern matchup is wonky. It's a weird one, but it's still okay. It's still quite fine, I think.
Everything in Hydra just screams pushing, and you already know this. And because you have Terrorblade and Tide, it is very likely that you're gonna.
The question that I have in this situation as well is, how fast do Khan wanna play the game? Right now, they've got such a lot of overwhelming teamfight at their behest that they have two options for how they go about the rest of the draft. The last pick from the mid lane is either a hero that accelerates the tempo, a hero like Puck, which just got banned, a Void Spirit, the Storm Spirit, which is also banned out. But these kind of heroes that can help them play the game faster and actually open up the space for them to utilize their teamfight abilities. Or do they want a shell type of hero, some DK or whatever, that can help them hold the game long enough for the Terrorblade advantage to really kick in, and then they're just too strong to lose at that point. Let's see. Where is this going, yo? Where is this going? Also, speaking of where this is going, you will notice that we have opened up predictions. Predictions are open. Put your channel points on the line. Let me know who you think is going to walk away with this dub here. Which are these two teams do you believe in more so than the other? We're pretty deep into the draft right now, so there's quite a lot of information to make an informed decision in that regard. Indeed, Hydra make the decision to go with Monkey King pause 4. Instead of PL, we do get Slock. So Slock is also good against Terrorblade, but at the same time is very good against Tidehunter. You're going to be quite good in the lane. And because
the way
they've now
Hydra
made this
tends to
Monkey
play,
King
they tend to
a
play
support.
a specific strategy
They're not
with
gonna do
4
it, but
heroes, and
yo,
then
it'd be
they just
hilarious
give
if they went
Dream
like
some
Slog
kind of
Monkey King
high
into
carry.
Tide Hunter lane. Tide doesn't have a game at that point. But obviously Chen is gonna be the one that goes bottom. He'll be able to provide Slog enough protection that there's no real threat from the Tide Hunter lane. It's already a bit rough for Tide Hunter under normal circumstances. Having Chen nearby will make it a bit more difficult. And Slog, once he really starts get going, so what now is the option for Khan? What's going middle? I think that's what they're looking for here. Is it Void Spirit? Is it DK? I think Void Spirit is probably the better one of the better ones. Now that there is a Slog in the game, it would have been really nice if they could have had Leshrac, but you can't. And now Puck is also banned. What do we want here from mid? There's an AA, but I don't know if they play AA mid. Honestly, just pick Void Spirit. I can't think of like that much of a better pick. Maybe like some Shadow Fiend. It can sort of fulfill a dual role, right? A shell hero that can still scale into the late game and help you push towers. Because right now their objective take is primarily limited to the Terrorblade. They don't do much beyond him pushing the map forward. So
TB getting some stuff done, maybe getting some towers. but
Lina
it's,
perhaps
like you
is a
said,
hero
gonna
that
be
we've often
quite
seen
difficult
occupying the
for
mid
him to
lane.
really commit to actual
And it's
fights
gonna be the
instead
Queen of Pain.
skirmishes.
Okay. They wanted some
they
kind
go
of
for
hero
the
that
Queen
would
of Pain.
have
It's not a lot
spells
of,
that can go through the
lane
Shadow
pushing,
Dance.
especially when
But
the enemy team is
personally, I
not
don't know if
tier
Queen of
3,
Pain is the answer.
but it does
Of
tend to
all
be
of these
lanes
heroes that I
and
was
it
mentioning
can
that
be
go
good
into the mid
against
lane,
Slide
one of
as
the
well.
issues with Queen of
I'm just a
Pain
little bit
is
worried
if she
about,
gets stuck in position, she has so few
this
options.
Quap not getting to
Against the
good enough
Slog,
start,
she can
or to a
easily
good
find
enough
herself
start,
getting
and then
pounced on.
just kind of being so squishy
She ever
that
gets
he
touched with the
can't
pounce
ever
or with
show
the
himself.
split earth stun, she just dies really quickly. There's more than enough damage available to put her in the dirt on the side of Hydra. This does mean that they're trying to extend the tempo of the game, play quickly, or at least have a hero that can play quickly.
Yeah.
Not have this just be a Terrorblade game. The rest of the team is going to be playing aggressively without him. But I'm not confident about the Queen of Pain.
It's difficult to say, really. I feel like the Orchid build is way more risky because you're gonna be spending 4,000 gold on an item.
Where
that
do we
doesn't
go,
really
y'all?
give
How do
you
we
any
feel? Let me know what did y'all
survivability,
think. Let me know what
and
y'all
if
think in your
Slug has
prediction.
Fingers, he can just press his Q. And I do think Dream has fingers.
Personally, I'm looking at these drafts and I must say,
At the same time,
just looking at the
it
drafts
has such a
themselves,
high
that I
payoff, because
feel-
if you kill Slug once or
I really feel
twice,
like I
he's gonna
favor
lose all
the
of
side
his
of
momentum.
Khan on this one, sorry, not Hydra.
But
No,
if
no,
you
no,
just
other way
want
around.
to play solidly,
Khan's a better team, but I like
and
Hydra's
not
draft.
take
I
any
like
risks.
Hydra's draft.
If you think that you're the better team and you can out-execute the enemy, I would just go for the
But
Queen
it's a very-
build with the Kaya and Sanj.
Yeah, I'm going Hydra. I think Hydra's gonna win. I do think Hydra's gonna win. At the same time, though, it's not a guarantee that that happens because some of this win is contingent on two things going well in the earlier portion of the game. Zayax needs to do very well on his chin to protect Dream in the safe lane. And at the same time, the Blizzy Beastmaster
I'm gonna go with Hydra for
doesn't have to
this
have a
one,
phenomenal
just
time,
because I
right?
think
But he does
this
have to
Beastmaster
actually have a game.
challenge
If this is one of those
is so
Beastmaster games
difficult to
where
play
the
against,
Beastmaster shut out
Beast
very
just
early,
has this
which
natural
can
pressure on
make
the map
happen,
that
in
needs to be
particular,
responsive.
once this Queen of Pain reaches level 6.
And I feel like
They
that
can make
is
things
really
happen
hard
to
for some
depress the
teams.
Beastmaster.
At
And
the
if
same
Blizzy
time, I don't
doesn't
think
have a
it's
good
a
game, this game,
huge
especially
differential.
later,
I would say it's
becomes
like
very difficult to
55,
win.
45 maybe. So we should be in for a good one.
So I think Hydra's draft is a little bit more temperamental. I prefer it, but more things need to go right for them. For Khan to win, just things don't need to go wrong. Like everything just needs to be a normal, balanced game where Pikachu on the Quap, provided he has a good start. Well, he's the only one that is like conditional. The Queen of Pain does need to have a good start, but everybody else, it's very difficult to imagine them being kept out of this game completely. Although Cheshire Cat, there is a strong shout for him to have a difficult game because Monkey King Slog against Tidehunter, oof, not fun. But anyway, as we see, there's smoke out of the map on the side of Khan. We're gonna see a very early contest for these bounties, and interesting place for this rune battle, this ward battle to be taking. They missed the sentry, which kind of sucks. And now they're gonna see everybody. They know
I
that they
think so.
probably smoked into this area. So they'll know to be perfectly safe on
I
this
caught,
side.
like,
Might
at
even
least
rotate
one
a
point
hero
in
or
guys,
two to try and
especially
contest the other
against hero
bounties,
that
but
kind of
probably not
punishes
necessary.
tankiness like Slug.
So
Um,
information has been gained by
feel
both
like
sides. Hydra though also get a
Sapphire
very
types
nice ward into this
definitely
mid
have
lane.
some crazy kill
We'll see how it
potential with
goes.
the point in
Game's
gun.
underway. Let's
Just a level
make it
2
happen.
smash and a snap with cookie scatter blast. It's an insane amount of damage, slow, minus armor, stun.
What the
it
hell?
just has everything.
Why am I hearing sound, audio? Do y'all hear that too? I didn't have my headphones on this entire time, but I was wondering where that... That was very bizarre. Y'all heard that too, right? I don't know where it came from. But anyway, let's get into it. Make the game happen. We'll see what this mid lane is going to pan out like. Pikachu versus Ascold. This particular lane...
It's interesting that he went for the Holy Persuasion
What the hell?
first. I've seen quite a few chants.
Okay, I think... Sometimes Dota 2 bugs out, and you can hear I'm only hearing one voice, right? Sometimes Dota 2 bugs out that even if you don't have a broadcaster selected, it insists on getting some vocals through to you. A little bit unfortunate, but we'll just turn off the voices. The one thing he did mention though is that, you know, Chen went Persuasion first. Lol, and he doesn't find anything because there's a block camp and bottom lane, Muka. It's run down by the Monkey King. That is fairly problematic. Very, very, very problematic. Muka dying like that in this situation. Giving the kill over onto Terrorblade. This lane with the Beastmaster as well as the Monkey King. Like I was mentioning, Blizzy does need to have a game. Thus far he is having one, but Muka doesn't... He's not careful. He's going to find himself giving away way too much gold onto the enemy team. We see half the HP pool gets burned away. Does still have a salve though. We'll see how they progress in this bottom lane, but we do anticipate that Terrorblade, generally speaking, does have a better time against these melee offlaners. Very few of them can fully contend against the TB, especially when he has support like Wyvern. And TB might die here. We'll end up killing the Beastmaster, but losing his own life in the process, and some of this experience and gold goes towards Muka, who was the first blood target. I'm honestly not sure how worth it this is. I think for Terrorblade, Terrorblade deaths are more valuable than Beastmaster deaths, even if you're the one that gets the kill first. But I suppose in the situation, he's now up 2 kills, so doesn't mind all that much. And still gonna see them go back onto Muka, who might actually die again here. Muka's in danger, doesn't have access to the Boundless Strike. Still though, thanks to the slows of Blizzy with his balls, they're able to prevent any mortal damage striking against the Monkey King. And then out on the top lane, let's see what's taking place here. Dream on the Slok, in a situation where he's playing the lane with Zayax behind him. Just for defense. We were going to speak earlier about this Holy Persuasion. Obviously, the action started happening in the bot lane. Does now have the ability to take a creep, but there's always a risk of going Persuasion level 1 if you get blocked on your camp. Does get a very nice one though. Like, this Ghost is very nice to have. At least for now, if you're going to get something from the small camp. Dream. Forced to just pounce back. Does it just in time because Cheshire Cat was being sent forward by the Fire Snap Quickie. So got him in that situation. Helps them to zone away the Slok, but it is early days. Zayax hasn't been that impactful in the lane. Only went going for the Divine Favor at level 2. I really thought he might go for that level 1, but Dream was like, who cares? I'll just get farm. And we're hoping this is not going to be one of those dream games. Anyone who's watched Dream enough knows what I'm talking about. Every now and then you get those dream games where you're just like, fam, we don't know what's happening, but he can keep his head clear. This is a favorable game for him. They last picked your hero, my friend. 9th overall pick. Your team had faith and belief. You gotta reward them for it. Especially since you already knew what the carry matchup was. And the last overall pick in the game is a favorable match. Well, favorable-ish. The only thing that sucks for you is dealing with Sonic Wave. And if you're not fast enough on the fingers to Dark Pact before you get hit by an Orchid, that kind of sucks too. That is one big thing. If they do go Orchid on this Quap, and she's good with her timings or patient enough to catch Dream slipping, there is solo kill potential prior items being available on the Slok. But Dream, for the most part, will be fine. Oh, bottom. Somebody else might not be. And it's this Terrorblade who's losing his life. You're gonna get taken down here. Blizzy and Mooka, they're not done just yet. They want Aina. They won't be able to find him before he TP's home. This is a bit rough because, yes, he ends up surviving, but now he has to walk back to the lane. So that means that the Terrorblade, when he can TP back, he can't actually play further up in the lane, given that he won't have the safety provided by that Winter Wyvern. It's not like he's Slog, right? Where just one pounce and suddenly he's safe again. So we'll give them the freedom on the side of Hydra to send back Mooka, lol. Doesn't have boots, so we'll utilize the bonus movement speed given by the Courier Mischief form. Quite nice. Bit unfair, but nice. Top lane. You see farm just continuing on both sides. Since we don't see this Chen really participating all that much in the lane, Zayax is stacking a lot of camps. He shows up once in a while just to make sure Divine Favor is on the Slog, so he can regen up, but for the most part he's been playing a deeper support level. Does end up getting this additional stack, lots of gold to farm up, and he stacked the small camp as well using his ghost. This does leave Dream playing the 1v1 lane, but Slog 1v1 versus Tidehunter shouldn't be dying anyway. Should be perfectly fine. It's a free farm lane for both parties. How's mid going though? Queen of Pain has been getting the better of the CS battle here versus the Asgold Leshrac. Asgold, speaking of this Leshrac, in the jungle now, utilizing the farm here. So Zayax, hard work will be rewarded with some experience and some bonus gold. They show up now with Pikachu and Goddamn to try and stop this from happening, but they're too late. Most of the creeps have already been killed. Asgold will just clean up the remainder of these mud golems. But very easy thing to do. And bottom might have more action again. Aina. This time around, he's going to be the casualty because they've had to transition the Terrorblade already back into the jungle. This level 4, level 5 point, you're like, well, time to go farm this side of the map. Not concern myself with the harass that comes with staying in the lane. Especially now that we do have 3 points into the Call of the Wild, so these boars can put some pressure out onto the Terrorblade. In short, Blizzy's had a game. Gonna have a good game. We're not able to shut him out. Now Mooka is going to be free to vacate that bottom lane, leave it all to this Beastmaster, who will not take too long before knocking this tier 1 tower over. Because nobody's in that lane, Pikachu doesn't necessarily want to rotate to that side of the map. Might want to go top and be part and parcel of a Ravage usage. Even with Shadow Dance, Ravage Sonic Wave can kill a Slog at this stage of the game. They also have Anchor Smash, which also goes through the Shadow Dance. But instead, they're just going to shift Cheshire Cat down bottom, have him be the one to hold the tier 1 tower. Not have it get knocked over too early on in the game, but they're also smoked up right now from the side of Hydra. They want a big kill. Cheshire Cat seems like he might fit the bill for that kind of kill. Making this jump, but oh my goodness. Reinforcements being drawn from all across the map. Khan, do not want to let Cheshire Cat die for nothing, but many of those CPs get cancelled out, and Mooka still hasn't left the area. They see now that there's not that many heroes here. They have the clear vision. They lose Chen though. And Dream now get the jump onto Pikachu. Pikachu, does he have Blink? 1 second. Will he be able to get it? Yes, he does. Dream didn't have another pounce. Didn't have enough damage. And now bottom, they know that Dream can't participate in this fight, but nor can the mid Queen of Pain. So they easily just run down Winter Wyvern. That's 1 kill for them. Do they try to reach for more here? Ravage will come out and they go for the stuns back onto Blizzy. Beastmaster will get taken out. First usage of the Ravage. Gets him a core kill. It's exactly what you want out of the spell. And Pikachu doesn't die middle, which is, I think, a really big deal. They don't even end up losing anybody down bottom. Big responses, though, from the side of Khan. What's the tower lives looking like on both sides? Neither side has really put too much pressure on these buildings. Which is kind of surprising, right? That Hydra hasn't tried to make that happen, given that they have Leshrac, Beastmaster. But right now, they're just primarily concerned with getting farm for themselves. I don't know if Goddamn saw Mooka in that situation, but Mooka tree dancing away as fast as he can. Just a quick disconnect happening. Unfortunately, Queen of Pain, Pikachu has had to DC. Lag happens. It is what it is. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? So the pause does give us an opportunity to take a bit of stock here. Gold distribution-wise, Khan obviously did the right thing moving Terrorblade in the jungle. That's how you get Terrorblade farmed, so he's way up there. But for the side of Hydra, both Osgold as well as Dream doing decently well on their own overall net worth. And the thing is, they don't necessarily need Beastmaster to have a phenomenal game. Just has to have a game. He'll be okay. And the game can proceed for them. Most of the farm should be accruing toward Leshrac and Slock anyway. Once Slock finishes this full Echo Saber, we'll dip into the jungle for a while. We'll see what the option is going to be for the Slock in this game. Are we going to be building, say, the SNY? Are we going to be going Silver Edge after the Echo Saber? Are we going straight BKB into Basher? Are we going all of the above? Who knows?
Well, this'll work.
In this game, I think you should go Silver Edge in this game. Very nice break to apply towards the Tidehunter, making sure there's no Kraken Shell to be concerned about. That way, spells like Primal Roar, Split Earth, pretty much anything on the side of Hydra becomes a lot more effective. It's actually kind of weird how few passives there are in this game. Like there's one on the Tidehunter, one on the Chen, one on the Slock, and one on the Beastmaster. Okay, it's not that few. It's 5 actually in total. It's not that bad. But it's a bit weird that 4 of those passes are concentrated on one team. But I still think breaking Kraken Shell is good enough that Silver Edge does become viable. But making the decision towards Diffusal Blade instead, this is better for killing heroes like Queen of Pain, so that after you get the jump onto her, burn away so much of her mana that she'll have nothing left for the blink. Similar principle against heroes like Snapfire. And also, Terrorblade has such a low HP pool that if you're able to get on top of him with Diffusal Blade, burn away everything, won't have enough left to actually trigger off the Sunder. Hydra. For them, what are they scared of? What items could they get on the side of Khan that terrify Hydra? Obviously there are some passes, but nobody really wants to buy the Silver Edge. Just gonna be straight Manta into Skadi for the Terrorblade. I think the Queen of Pain Orchid, when that does come out, as well as having BKB. If they get multiple BKBs, then life does start to get a bit scary for Hydra. Because all the physical damage in the game will be coming from the Slock. Does have a lot of assistance in this game though. Help from the Inner Beast Aura. Lots of additional lockdown from his team to assist. And of course the Chen heals, which also make life a lot easier in terms of getting the kills that you want. Because you don't have to retreat as much. You can just stay on the front foot, play very aggressively, and only trigger the Shadow Dance at the very, very last second. I'm also wondering, does he go BKB? Yes, there's stuff that can go through it. He can still get Sonic Waved. He can still get trapped inside Winter's Curse, but then there's no Ravage to be concerned about. You're not worried about Morty's Kisses. Terrorblade Reflection is meh at that point, does nothing. And most of the damage from Queen of Pain is drastically reduced. So maybe you do consider it, like Echo Saber, Diffusal into BKB. And generally speaking, just you feel I prefer seeing Slocks with BKB. However, this is Dream that we're talking about. And Dream is somewhat notorious for being very averse to buying BKB. So he might make the decision to skip it. Go straight for like a Basher, Satanic, SNY, just something else. If he goes SNY, that's just so much edgy on this hero. It'll be Echo Saber, Diffusal, SNY, just stats on stats on stats. Lots of agi, lots of strength. It'll be nice. And a bit of intel to boost, of course. And the man of the hour, Dream himself. He's the one that drops the shit question mark. What does sweat mean? I have no idea what this means. I'm imagining that they're being given the update that, oh, okay, he's on the way, he's pulling through just now. Can somebody in chat who has some proficiency, and I'm not even sure if that is Russian actually, but who has the necessary linguistic competency, please inform us what was just said. It's a nice long pause here. Nice long pause between the two sides. They are... One thing that sucks about early pauses like this, it can really break your thinking about the game. This is such an intense game. And it feels like each action needs to naturally flow into the other. Whenever there's interruptions like this, it just throws you off mentally. Rotations that you were planning to make suddenly get put on the back burner. Takes like another minute or so to fully get yourself back into the game. Unless you were like about to take a fight. But we've seen it before as well, where teams were about to do something and then a pause happens, give them the time to think about it. They're like, actually, no, we're going to do something else. We have a better idea. Also, why is the Tidehunter jaw going crazy? Can y'all see this? Can you see this jaw? I don't know what's happening with Tidehunter. Is it just Tidehunter? Yeah, everybody else's animation was fine. Okay, there it is. Fixed now. Hey, Pagtuga. Shout out for the follow, fam. You came at the right time. We're just having a little bit of a chill session here. We just, honestly, here we just chilling, y'all. Here we just chilling. So, might as well even bring back the face cam because why not? Oh, gosh. I messed up, though. I messed up. I went to the wrong face cam, so that's why we had the reintroduction. Lol. Well, if we're gonna have technical issues, might as well have them during a pause of this magnitude. This will also give me an opportunity, in case y'all haven't heard the pitch before. I'm trying to get into the DPC, and whatever role I can get is whatever role I'll take. To that end, what I've done is that I've put forth a reel, put out some tweets, we've messaged everybody, and I would greatly appreciate it if you could go to my Twitter account, look at my pinned post, and like retweet it, because hopefully the correct eyes come across it, and that's what allows me to actually be part of the DPC, the upcoming season. Now, hold on, I'm gonna link that tweet itself in the chat just now, well, after the game, because we're back in it. We have the unpause, so let's go. First thing that's gonna happen once we're back in the action is that we're gonna see Osgold missing a split earth, and that might end up dooming his life, getting chased down right now. Sonic Wave's already been committed earlier, but they can't get the deny. Zayax missed. Zayax missed. He tried for it. He really wanted it to happen, but he failed. Now Pikachu might feel a bit more confidence jumping in on this chin. Doesn't manage to kill him, but will take out the Ogre Frost Mage. And with the Sea Dragon coming up, they'll be poised to put a little bit of chip damage onto the tower. The best part about that kill is they didn't need to commit that many spells, really. It was fairly easy for them to do. And Cheshire Cat still prepared to play just here around bottom. Quite happy to just hold this lane as long as humanly possible, and potentially to set up kills, but kills are coming towards him now. They're gonna try again to bring him down and commensurately bring down the tower. Aina gets caught in. Wukong's command is out as well as the damage, but there was a Winter's Curse that held Osgold in position long enough for these Morty's Kisses to rain in on him. The Leshrak's gonna get taken down as a result, burning away. And they're looking for Muka. Will they be able to find him? They know where he's at. The Scream of Pain scouts him out, but they have no way to reach him. The hatchet is available on Cheshire Cat, but I don't think he can get deep enough into the trees without a Blink Dagger. Yet again, Hydra, rebuff down bottom. This just feels like an area of the map where they have zero luck playing when they go onto the tier 1 tower. Because that's twice now that they've lost a fight and an important hero. And very scarily, that's twice in a row that Osgold has died. Died middle, respawns, goes bottom, dies immediately afterwards. And look at the impact it's had on his net worth. Suddenly dropping beneath even that of the Tidehunter. We're now in a situation where the Slog has a lot more responsibility on his shoulders. He absolutely cannot mess up on this early farm. His team, yeah, they need time to recover. And he might have to come to a fight sooner than he's anticipating. We've already seen the Terrorblade very willing to do so. Dream so far 0-0-0 on the score. Pretty much exactly what he wants. But Khan now will be able to take this middle tower. And bottom, oh no, they're gonna get into bad luck again. They try to get Cheshire Cat away from the Slog using the Fire Snap Cookie. Not gonna be able to do so just yet. Do they get the kill onto Dream? No, they do not. He got off the Shadow Dance, trying to turn onto Cheshire Cat. Won't be able to do so, so instead goes for the easier mark in Pikachu, who'd already committed the Sonic Wave, so had no additional tools to try and defend himself. They got a little bit jebaited by the prospect of killing the Slog, and Muka really wants to chase Cheshire Cat. Really wants the angle for the Primal Spring. Doesn't seem like he'll be able to find it though. At the same time, they also managed to kill Winter Wyvern in the mid lane and remove the tower from bottom. Dream did the right thing. I was mentioning he needs to show up sooner rather than later. Does exactly that. Comes in to the bottom lane. And was clutch with his spell usage as well. Recognized that the Ravage was coming, so was patient enough to wait for the activation rather than trying to precast it. It's a risky play because you can mistime the spell usage, but if you don't, it allows you to both dodge Ravage, get off Shadow Dance, and survive Sonic Wave and turn the fight just like we just saw. Also gave enough money for the first aspect of this diffusal. It's gonna happen actually really quickly. And Terrorblade looks like he's changed his mind from going for the Manta style, opting for S and Y instead. Would prefer to have some access to the status resistance. And when I see him playing against Beastmaster, Leshrac, I can't blame him. Can't blame him at all. Right now though, that kill bottom not only helped the Slog, but it put Ascald back on the map. About to finish the Yule Scepter. Once they have Yules, I imagine that they will want to smoke somewhere on the map. Who's carrying the smoke? Neither of the heroes of these supports have it on them right now. But once Leshrac signals that he wants to do something, then potentially they will bring him. For now though, they're actually just content to leave Leshrac where he is because it's Dream on the Slog that's the one that's pushing on the other side of the map. Not things you see all the time. Kondo will very happily take away the tier 1 tower in the top lane. Open up the Dire jungle for themselves so they can play in this area in the same way that Hydra's playing in this. I'm kind of wondering at this point, for the side of Khan, because they went 4-star first on Cheshire Cat, they have like an abundance of mobility on him. But they're not going to have like other items on him like Hood of Defiance, Soul Ring, into like Pipe of Insight or Solar Crest or anything like that. It's just going to be raw mobility. Oh, bottom. I know. Speaking of mobility, Dream utilizes his own mobility to make sure that they get kills, and he was getting body blocked a little bit by the Zyax's army. That could have been very frustrating for them, but instead they just walk away with the clean kill. It's going to be additional charges on the Agi for the Slog. In fact, they might find a kill onto Goddamn as well. Won't be Slog getting Agi from this, but with that death, they can actually go back to pushing bottom. Earlier on, we already saw Khan committing with the full Glyph. And Hydra know this for a fact, so they are aware that this tier 2 tower is vulnerable. Cheshire Cat, yes, you have Ravage. It's level 2 Ravage, but not so sure this is a good place to be. Dream bounding forward, getting some damage out onto Cheshire Cat. The Diffusal Blade is also just about to arrive, so this is maybe not the best fight for Cheshire Cat to want to take. Gets pounced on again. They're just doing damage from afar with the Chen army. Nuka making sure to keep Aina away from the fight. They're inside the Wukong. Several heroes cannot approach the tier 2 because of this. Lamer does manage to find Muka, but here comes Dream. Will they find the kill onto Aina? Not just yet. Modi's Kisses flying forth, only hitting onto Muka. will kill him, but now they don't have them available for bigger targets. Primals. Oh, Ravage after the 4-star. Cheshire Cat catches on the 3. Sunder also onto Blizzy, but now there's no Ravage. Dream goes in, brings down Cheshire Cat, looking for Lema as well. They get the Terror Blade. Osgold shows up. Will he find Goddamn with the Split Earth? Yes, he will. The dodge attempt will not happen today, good sir. Very big kill, and now with 5 heroes all dead in the grave, full team wipe. Suddenly, they're looking for this tier 3 tower. Fortification does get popped. And the tier 3, not going to be long for this world. Neither will Ina. Gets jumped on. And remember, there's the slow from the Dream Diffusal Blade. Just stealing stacks inside this Cold Embrace. Another aspect of the slog you have to worry about. Might not be taking damage in Cold Embrace, but you're still making him stronger. And Hydra take a 17-minute lane of racks. We talked about how fast the pace of this draft can be. Chen, Leshrak, Beastmaster. And we get to see what happens when they're given full reign of the lane. They run into your base, take it, and they're gone. Nothing you can do to stop it. Dream. Monstrously strong right now. Relative to everybody in the pack. Oh, might actually find Goddamn here. Goddamn is so dead. They can't even defend him. Cold Embrace will be there. Sweet. Thanks for making me stronger. They'll go into the Shadow Dance here. And they easily get this kill onto Goddamn Pikachu. Oof. Pikachu was a second away from dying. He was actually under vision of the Hawk, but Osgold didn't want to trigger the Yules until his team got a little bit closer so that Blizzy could also use the Primal Roar if needed. But might as well just save your spells. Roshan is open. We've got this Helm of the Overlord. Got Dream, who is looking quite scary right now, and they're inside this Roshan pit. Should be able to get the Aegis. No counterplay available. Dream, of course, will take the Aegis himself. I think they should have given it to Osgold. If Dream is going the Skadi, Dream's not gonna die again. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Actually, no, it's a good idea. Never mind. He can still die once if he misplays, and in my mind, I'm just thinking, alright, he's so far ahead that he shouldn't ever misplay, should play safe, but yeah, we've seen what can happen. Osgold really could have done with an Aegis right now. Still being kept alive, however. Winter's Curse goes out only onto the slog. Osgold now will die. Morty's Kiss is not dead yet. Chen heals him up. Finally takes a tumble, but it takes so many resources. Now suddenly Dream trying to go to work. He's looking for targets. He's looking for prey. Who's going to be the primary quarry here? Lema gets away, gets off the Sunder. Osgold can't help out since he's dead, so that means that we're going to have an Aegis lost. Blizzy finds a Primal Roar though. They got it out onto Lema. They do also have the damage from the supports, and the Chen army is going to enable them to get that kill. Pikachu getting chased right now by Dream. Does manage to get into the base. Dream could not find the range for that pounce. Still though, they found a kill onto Terrorblade. Tier 2 tower gets taken away easily. They don't have an Aegis, so maybe they don't feel safe enough to go up the hill. Still, another massive fight for the side of Hydra. It's okay for Khan since they managed to pop the Aegis. They do get a very big kill on Leshrak. And they popped the Aegis very soon after it was taken, so the advantage of getting it as early as they did immediately eroded by the side of Khan, but Hydra, unfortunately, in the meantime, look what Dream went for. So I'm glad he does this. He recognized in that last fight that, wait a second, Orchid is a bit problematic to deal with. Ravage is still a problem for me. You know what? Instead of buying BKB, I'm gonna buy Manta, which I'm fine with, honestly. The reason being, you can still use Dark Pact through the Ravage. You can still, I mean, you're not gonna be able to use BKB against Winter's Curse anyway. As a Slok, you shouldn't really be getting killed by Morty's Kisses. Quap? Pikachu? Pikachu? Oof, that's painful. So, but if he gets Manta, that way you can disjoint the Orchid. You have more presence in the fight. Since you already have Diffusal Blade, you can make these illusions stronger as well. And of course, once you pounce on a target, right? You pounce on him, pop Manta. There's no target right now that's actually going to have any mana left after a couple of hits. Oh boy. Oh, Googly! What's up, Googly going? What's up, OG? How's it going? How's it going, fam? Muka. Also trying to build into an orchid of his own. Very farmed on this Monkey King right now. And they're trying to set up for a play up on top. You see Osgold is bringing in the creep wave. Okay, here we go. They're leading things on to Cheshire Cat. Fire Snap Cookie will be there. The pounce is on. Will use the Force Staff, keeping himself alive. However, can't Force Staff a full tower, so just gets taken away. Will fall to the ground with very little difficulty. Now that it's gone, side of Hydra pretty much have the entire map as their playground. Looks like they're trying to hunt down Lame. They know that he must be on the other side of the map somewhere. Lema. Gonna get Kyle scouted. Muka found him. Muka found him. Doesn't have BKB, so he's dead. Playing alright next to a Leshrac. Oof. Terra Blade into Leshrac. Fun matchup. Very fun matchup. Oh, that's good to hear, my G. I'm sweating. I'm burning my ass off here. It's really, really hot today. Hot and clammy, which is very annoying. Not just like a general state of hotness. It's not the fun kind either. But it is what it is. It is what it is. This is really scary. Eternal Shroud now picked up by Osgold. Oh, this game is over. Honestly, this game is actually over. Queen of Pain is very far away from having BKB in the sense that it's going to arrive. She'll probably still get it in this game, but by the time it does get here, there's some big ticket items on the other side. Scotty's still being built up by the Slock. We might have the Aghanims on this Leshrac. There's very little of the map 2 farm that's available for them. They have to play very safe inside it. Now they have more struggles dealing with Osgold. And even when you get that BKB, you just won't have damage. That's one of the big problems they have right now. Where is the damage? It's only Terrorblade that's dealing any damage, but even he... For a Terrorblade, the damage potential right now is quite mediocre. We'll be getting in a Butterfly. So they want to go fight as soon as this item is available. There's no MKB or Nullifier on the other side. But I still think they can kill him. Still think they can kill him. I'm not sure how well advised the smoke is. We'll see where it goes. Which direction do they head through? All the way through the north. They're going for a full wrap here, but not going to find anybody. Just getting vision back at this point has to be good enough. And Zayax will pop the smoke. Sees heroes now. Will be happy to sacrifice himself for the cause. Modi's kisses come in. Whatever. He's going to buy time, make it be a little bit annoyed with this push, but at the end of the day, he broke a 5-hero smoke. It's not that big a deal to lose your Chen. Hey, Jareen! What's good, fam? What's good? Haven't seen you since this morning. Dream. 15k net worth, almost level 20. Let's. Oh my gosh, they're actually gonna lose Pikachu. Pikachu, is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? If he comes down one step, he's dead. One more jump. Here we go. Boundless strike, and he's gone. Oh, he got into the trees. They didn't get the pounce. Okay, it was too short on the range. Feels bad. Unfortunately for you, my friend, you do not have Aghanim Scepter, so no double pounce and no uber long pounce. If Dream was a little bit closer through here, or if the Queen of Pain was a little bit further down, she'd be dead right now. But Pikachu, clearly having learned from the last experience in the top lane, playing a bit more carefully. And that actually means a huge deal for the game. It buys a lot of space because it pushed that wave top, forced heroes to have to play around that area. Not for long though, because here's Dream is in the fight looking for Hydra. At the same time, Pikachu and Cheshire Cat wanting to try and bring down Osgold, but he's too tanky for this. Dream now trying to lock down Lemur by himself, who's inside the Wukong's command, trying to fight through this. The pounce is on. Terrorblade is dying. Terrorblade is losing his life. The Split Earth catches him, connects, as well as the Primal Spring, but they still haven't been able to bring him down. Dream on the higher ground, but they just don't catch him. They settled with Pikachu. It's almost like they killed him by mistake. Tidehunter is fine. But with no Pikachu, seems like Hydra's looking set to try and take the second lane of Rax. There's no Ravage to help. They've already committed the Sunder from Terrorblade. Just with the creep on me, they're trying to take this here. They're still playing cautiously on the side of Hydra. Waiting for the regular creeps to come back in. Not going to try and break through the back door. Lamer caught with the Boundless Strike. At the same time, Pounce comes in. It's a slog. He looks for this goddamn Snapfire. We'll be able to find him. Keeping this contest going and taking so many spells, but virtually no damage is really being taken by the slog. He's a bit too strong right now. 47 armor when he was inside that base. They just had no damage. They just had no damage. And this is the problem. How do you hurt and kill slog? Lamer is really the only one that can do it, but even then, not for too long. Only a couple of seconds at best. Then you have to turn tail and run. And Slug actually bought out. What did he bring to himself? Alright, just bought a straight basher. He literally just bought a basher. He's like, eh, I'm chilled. Give me basher. It's fine, fam. Ooh. Ooh. Forced off. Goddamn. Does manage to get away. Muka has the Orchid. We're building into the Bloodthorn, of course. BKB is finally picked up by Pikachu, thankfully. This would have been so useful to have in the previous fight. One of the reasons why Pikachu died was he kept trying to interrupt them running down the Terrorblade, but unfortunately Osgold was always just right next to him. Right next to him, just chilling. And because of that, that means that you take too much magic damage to survive that fight. Now Khan have to deal with 2 lanes of racks being taken from them. They are aware that if they let this last Aegis go, with the Aghanim shot as well, that there's very little chance of coming back into the game, but doesn't seem like it's up to them. This is going too quickly. They're going to give this to Osgold. So now we have Nihilism and that stupid Aghanim shot from the Leshrac. At the same time, Cheshire Cat is inside the Wukong's command. Has to run away. Morty's kisses are flying through over the Winter's Curse, but it basically did nothing. Dream and the gang trying to chase down Aina will be able to find him, prevent the TP away. At the same time, goddamn, also caught out by Muka. The 4-star doesn't get you all the way back in the base, my friend, and the bash from Dream will give you a shortcut through the fountain, unfortunately. Buyback will be coming in from both supports. They do not want to give Hydra the chance to claim the full set of mega creeps. They want to deny this as long as possible, but it's so difficult. Now here's the final fight potentially. Lamer caught by the Boundless Strike. They're chasing onto him. They get him with the Split Earth. Dream, does he find the bash? Yes, he does. He's still alive on the Terrorblade, but not for much longer. Osgold finds the kill, running everybody down with this magic damage. And they recognize it on the side of Khan that we have nothing left. Ultra kill for Osgold. We're getting dived inside the fountain by Dream. Doesn't even die as the game finishes. That's it. It's done. GG, well played. Despite his best efforts, even Dream couldn't die in this game. Finishing things out 8-0 and 8. Hydra, Hydra, Hydra. We love to see it. We love to see it. We love to see it, Hydra. This is indeed that stuff that we do like. So, what the hell is happening? All right, Jireen, these are the technical difficulties that you wanted of the day. Let's see. Oh, I did not indeed check Discord. I'll check it now. I will check it now, fam. Don't worry. I will check it just now. In between the games. Oh, that game, though. What a game. Khan didn't even get to 10 kills. Hydra just demolished them. It was too good. The Slog in particular just seemed a bit too good in this game. There were very few tools that they had available on the side of Khan to really fully and comprehensively address the Slog pick. They had the necessary kinds of damage, but the execution level to actually catch Dream reliably in this game is very, very high. We see as well that this is why you 9th pick a hero like this, and Pikachu's Queen of Pain did not work out. Like I said, I wasn't really a fan of this, and you know that thing I said about if he ever gets caught, he dies every time? Yeah. Not a fun game across the board for anybody on the side of Khan. I don't think they enjoyed this. But Hydra had a phenomenal... Hey, they had fun. They were enjoying themselves, laughing all the way to the bank. This was just a good time for them. So now I wonder. Now I wonder, right? Do they have what it takes on the side of Khan to recover from this? Because we've seen many a team in the past, when you tank a loss this like comprehensive in every respect, this was a loss. There was only like one period of the game where the game was going favorably for the side of Khan. You know when they were continually contesting around the tier 1 tower down bottom? And around those fights, Khan took 2 or 3 successful defenses, killed Osgold twice, and managed to make sure that Beastmaster couldn't push that lane for quite a while. Those are very big successes, and it kept them in the game for a large portion of that early game, because Osgold had to go catch up on his own farm. Dream was, of course, farming elsewhere on the map. But as soon as Dream got involved, because the thing is, Dream played the slot like how I wish most slots would play, especially in my pubs. Be active. This is not a sit-back farm forever hero, especially when you're playing against a team that when you engage them as a slot, you feel so strong. We saw how many stack charges for the Essence Shift he was accruing from the Cold Embrace or from the Tidehunter. Just so many good things happening, and Dream exploited that by getting out on the map. Somehow, Dream ends the game, 0 deaths, and even though he didn't buy a BKB, he doesn't die. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Wow. Dream made it happen. So, we now have a very strong victory for the side of Hydra. They take game 1. They're a game up. Potential for them, if this result goes well, potential to get into a top 4 berth, at least for now. Obviously, still a lot of game time to go, but at least for now. The pick order. Let's think. So pick order, if I remember correctly. First pick was Monkey King on the side of Hydra. Then Monkey King first. Khan responded with Tidehunter Snapfire. Then Hydra went back for Beastmaster. No. I want to remember. Actually, this is like, I've been distraught and distressed lately about the fact that my memory, which is normally excellent, has been a bit on the fritz. So this is for that purpose. After that, we had a round of bans. Third overall pick for the game was Winter Wyvern for Khan. Then Hydra responded by going... What did they go at that point? Then they went Beastmaster. No, they went Beastmaster first. Then the other side went Wyvern into Terrorblade. Then Hydra came back with a... Leshrac? No, Leshrac came first. Yeah, Leshrac came first. They picked Terrorblade into Leshrac. And then the last 2 picks were respectively Hydra, 9th pick Slock, and then 10th overall pick was the Queen of Pain for Pikachu. Not exactly sure why. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why the 10th pick Pikachu. Yeah. Like, we can't go to the pick order, but it's much more fun. Let's see, did I get it right? I did. Yeah, I did. Awesome. Awesome. All right, well, we now are going to be done. We're going to be taking a break until while these teams get ready for the next game, for game number 2. So now, the question for Khan is, can they adapt? Can they actually return in this draft and show us a new look? Show us a more dynamic way of playing this game out. I think one of the issues is that this draft, whenever you have a draft that one hero can figure out, feels nice. And that's what happened. Slock just got picked and the game ended. It's sort of like they got broodmothered, but they got slocked instead. We'll see if they can solve this problem in the draft going into game 2. In the meantime, don't go anywhere. Stick around. Make sure that you're following the channel. And if you're not, I'm going to send locusts to your house. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Even if you have followed the channel, do me the favor, please, and thank you. And go to... Oh, did no Mossy watch Namiga? Lol, that's hilarious. Do me a favor, y'all. Please go to my Twitter. The pinned post on my Twitter. Actually, a post that I'm going to be just pressing enter on. There we go. Do me a favor and interact with this here tweet. Let's get as much hype going. Let's see, potentially, if we can get a brother to TI. That would be nice, but just the DPC for now. Let's start small. Let's build up until the big leagues. So see y'all in a second. Be right back. Game 2 will be on Hydra versus Khan, Dota 2 Champions League, and we'll be back.
When I'm killing old boy.
Ladies, gentlemen, and my NB comrades, welcome! We're back! Woo! Yay! We're back here for some Dota 2 action in the Dota 2 Champions League Season 5. Got ourselves Hydra taking on Khan. BO3 showdown to determine which team continues to sit in a lower bracket form, or which team gets elevated to the top 4 positions in the group and therefore has themselves a potential playoff berth. Potential. It's all potential, because we don't know. Lots of games left to play. Still a few days for the group stages to shake out, so gonna be quite interesting to see how it all goes. Hydra already having gotten themselves a victory in game number 1, primarily off the back of the draft, but also some pretty decent play in the game itself. Khan, yeah, was a rough draft. They got slocked, and that Dream Slock just went off. It's actually interesting that Slock isn't, I don't think it's in one of his top 5, right? I think it's like 6th, 7th of his most played heroes. But instead of relying on his usual Lifestealer or Morphling, they dragged that one out and are very successful. So we'll see what other surprises will emerge from the draft here in game 2. Hydra starting this one out by going for this Io Night Stalker. Well, Io first can't respond by going Tidehunter Grimstroke. It seems they just believe in this Tidehunter for Cheshire Cat. To be fair, do y'all remember, what is that team called? There was a team he used to play on back in the day called Power Rangers. It was him, J4, FNG, I'm trying to remember who was on that squad. Crap, I can't remember. Was it Palantimos? I think it was Palantimos. Saint D, if you're in chat, do you remember Power Rangers, my guy? Remember that squad? Anyway, from back then, he's been playing this Tidehunter. Always. It's been one of his reliable picks over the years. So not too surprising that Khan decided to lean heavily into that. At the same time, we see now the emergence on the other side of the draft of Night Stalker afterwards. Bans on Ursa, Troll, ET was taken out too. I would hate to play into ET as Io Night Stalker, so good shot to remove them from the game. And thank you, kind sir Jireen. Jireen has just opened up predictions for y'all, so please feel free to make use of them. Make use of the predictions. Let us know who you believe is going to come away with a dub on this one. Pretty deep into the draft right now. Leshrac Disruptor came out from Hydra. Really love Disruptor in this game. I was mentioning in the previous game that I would have loved to see that pick in tandem with the Beastmaster, in tandem with the Monkey King, where there's so much vision. Now you don't have either of those heroes, but you do have Night Stalker, so you can get a lot of vision out of him. The glimpse back thereafter makes serious work. Serious work. Like, it puts a lot of effort, a lot of pressure back onto whichever hero is being chased down when you have that insta vision from so far away. Of course, you also get the nighttime vision too, so it's a lot easier to make sure that when you get that vision forward, you're on the right target that you want to. Leshrac, of course, a ton of magical damage. Also, I've always loved Leshrac with Io. We saw in the previous game that we didn't have a save behind the Leshrac, and I've always felt this hero is most successful when you have a heal with it. The Chinese teams used to go run it with Abaddon. In particular, Team Asta used to do that a lot. But Io can certainly fulfill that role as well. Also, for some reason, the stream's getting a bit choppy. I'm just gonna quickly close some stuff here. What do we close? Yeah, that's fine. Let's close that. The PC is gonna do a little bit of a thing for a second. Well, it's just creating some real estate for us, but just making things as smooth as humanly possible. Hydra right now have to contend with an Undying Void Spirit on the other side. I've always liked Undying with Tidehunter. Very easy way to be able to protect the Tombstone utilizing the Ravage at that point in time. Void Spirit, his role in this game, reaching Io, potentially reaching Disruptor, preventing them from being able to have and assert their influence in the middle of these fights. Static Storm is terrifying, of course, but if it's just removed from play, not that much of a worry, not a concern. Don't have to worry about it. Just get rid of it. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Why are you complaining it's still OBS? What's happening? Why are you being a complainer, OBS? Another thing about having Void Spirit in a game like this is when these big spells come out, spells like Ravage, Tombstone, Void Spirit, you want a hero that can get there very quickly, right? You don't want to have to waste any second of time utilized in the opening from those stuns. And Void Spirit, of course, gets there in a hurry, in a flash, blink of an eye, he's there. Lifestealer, really nice lost pick here from Hydra. Fantastic hero as well to run up and hit the Tombstone to get rid of it. Obviously great in the lane versus Tidehunter. You have the Rage, so if Void Spirit jumps you, it's very, very difficult for Void Spirit to get any positive spells out onto a Lifestealer. You have the Night Stalker in this game as well, who you can easily infest if you want to move quickly across the map. Now, you can do plays like infesting Night Stalker. Night Stalker goes to play aggressively to find a target. When you find that target, IO is with Leshrac, bringing them both in. Immediately, you have a massive amount of physical damage, massive amount of magical damage, and the silence from Night Stalker, notwithstanding Disruptor being in that fight. And of course, it is just a dream classic. Like, I think it's his second most played hero or something like that. Just, yeah. Completely understandable why this is the direction the draft went for the side of Hydra at the end. For Khan, they return to the Morphling pick here. How do I feel about this Morphling? There's not that much like insta-disable on the side of Hydra that can catch him out. So he should most often than not be able to get off the strength morph in this game. Static Storm is problematic, but again, he can get fairly tanky. There's Soul Rip, which can... It's actually surprising. I always get surprised by how often Morphling, how much health he gets out of Soul Rip at times. That being said, though, it does give them also additional magical burst to work in tandem with the Void Spirit. In the event that two heroes are ever caught by the Soul Bind from Grimstroke, double Adaptive Strike is no joke. But do I actually like it for the game is the question. Because Hydra still, they're not playing at a very high pace in terms of pushing down towers the same way as in last game. But their fighting pace is very, very high. The only things they really need to wait for in order to have engagements is just nighttime. Nighttime and darkness, that's it. That's the only things that hold them back. Otherwise, this team is go, 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 go all the time. Khan at the same time, they have Tidehunter. They don't have the longest cooldowns themselves, but they do have heroes that require a little bit more before they feel threatening. I do think this draft is better from Khan than the last one was. I'm just not certain it's sufficient. What do y'all think, though? What do y'all think? Predictions are up. Jireen has done us the favor of opening up. Your predictions are so funny, dude. Lol. Lol, 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 dude. Lol, dude. Alright.
Darkness, hunger.
Gotta love it. But we're in it, y'all. We're in it. The next game is taking place. We'll see if we need to hail Hydra. Oh, Jireen, you're awesome. You're awesome. All right, let's get into it. We might have an early fight here. Or not. Osgold got the early sentry. And, okay, the other sentry came out as well, so they're going to get the D-ward. Note, blocked camps for you, my friend. This is not happening today. Doesn't seem like we'll have any early fights. I mean, it's not bait that's playing, so we will not be having a straight away 5 hero smoke onto the other side of the map.
30 seconds to battle.
Personally, I prefer the Hydra draft myself. I think they have a mix of everything. The team can do everything. I always like teams that are not necessarily required to only play one style of Dota. The win condition can come from Osgold getting overfarmed, can come from Dream getting overfarmed. They can fight pretty much all the time. And there's no real easy answer for Static Storm. This Zayak Static Storm is going to be a major problem this game. Nah, Split Earth connects nicely onto Aina. They shouldn't have enough to kill him though. This is an Undying. Just turns around with a Decay Steel. I'm also really worried about the damage output from the side of Khan. It's very execution heavy in the sense that they need to land a lot of different spells on these targets in order to be able to kill them. It's not like with Hydra where, you know, Leshrac just runs at you, Lifestealer and Nightstalker just run at you, and then you end up dying. Here you have to land all Void Spirit spells, the waveform has to be good, can't miss with the Stroke of Fate. It's very difficult, it's very difficult. So now we are underway. Bottom lane. This lane is a fun one because Cheshire Cat will just farm. Went for the Anchor Smash level 1 as you should in this situation so that Lifestealer can't kill you. And that you are capable of trading effectively with him and putting some harass onto him himself. But at the same time, with a point in feast, Lifestealer is perfectly fine. Will live up to his name and just hold his own down bottom. So similar to the dynamic we saw in game 1 where Dream was playing the Slark, him and Cheshire Cat just gonna trade farm whilst their two supports try to harass each other to death just off the lane itself. As for the mid lane matchup, Leshrac versus Void Spirit. Leshrac can't really kill a Void Spirit, can he? And also Void Spirit with the what we just saw there, having the full circle come out with the damage. That's the one thing with Resonant Pulse. It's so nice in the lane versus like these super high magic damage heroes. Like Osgold is playing on this Leshrac. I think you pull ahead slightly, don't you? And like, wait, what am I talking about? Hold on, let me pull up chat quickly. One sec. I think Googly Drink is here, right? Googly, what do you think? What do you think about this matchup? Yeah, we agree. We agree. Void Spirit has a very good time here. Good base damage, good animation. You have Resonant Pulse, you're okay. Nothing will ever threaten you. It is Leshrac though, so you don't anticipate being able to bully him off the lane. Two of you will just end up trading on farm. Out on top, Blizzy on the Nightstalker. Yo, you know there's games where you just look at the lane as Nightstalker and you're just like, shush, I don't want to do this. This game, not so much. It's good times, man. I want to play Nightstalker in this lane. You'll eat some decay stacks, but whatever, dude. Muka's here, it's fine. Like, what's Aina gonna do? Kill you? That's not gonna happen. And Lamy will be able to play this lane on high agi though. There's very little harass potential against him in the lane either. At high agi, you don't have to also worry about any of this right click damage that might come from Muka. So this lane will be decent for both core heroes. It seems to be the running theme of the game. Lots of damage came out because Lamy decided to get very close to Blizzy. Not sure why. It's like, look how much agi he's on. It's like, why even get close to Nightstalker when you don't have to? That was so weird. But he doesn't die. That's all that matters. Two of them will just keep trading. Silence out on the top lane now. Lama gets off the strength morph once it ends. Still just the early daytime and lots of hit trade damage here onto Blizzy, but don't they still have a salve? Yeah, they do. Lots and lots of regen left for Blizzy still. So doesn't mind what's happening whatsoever. We'll have the lane pulled back for him by Muka, doing everything in his power to ensure a good start to the game for the Nightstalker. Erstwhile down bottom. In terms of good slots, Cheshire Cat getting one of his own, getting the kill now out onto Zayax. They will now be able to put pressure onto the Lifestealer, force him to run back a little bit. TMC, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? And Windows Sick, I got you. We out here with these last hits. We do it. We did it. Cheshire Cat out with this Inkswell. Will run forward to get the stun out onto Zayax, but he doesn't have enough mana for Gush as well as Anchor Smash, so won't be able to run forward for the kill. Did have the Soul Ring, but it was maybe on cooldown at that second. The thing with Khan's teamfight, like I was mentioning earlier, Window Sick, is that it requires high execution to pull off. Like, and also they can't miss spells. Imagine they try to go into a fight where Ravage doesn't connect on a target. They can't win that fight. Cheshire Cat, speaking of Ravage, taking a lot of damage here from Lifestealer. But Zayax doesn't have glimpse, so he's fine. For example, you can imagine Blizzy not connecting on a target with the crippling fear, right? And they can still come away with a pretty good fight on the side of Hydra. But if Ravage misses, then everything's screwed. If Tombstone's in a bad place, you know, if Void Spirit doesn't find like a proper initiation with his jump. There's a lot of variables for Khan. And I've always abided by the principle that simpler Dota is easy to win from. Or easier. Dota's never easy, but the simpler it is to win with the draft at hand, the better the game is overall. I'll scold now. We might actually see him dying here because they commit the Tombstone in front of him. Astral Step coming out from the Aether Remnant, but oh, look who's here. It's Muka. Muka's out here with the tether. Will it be enough to keep him alive? Not just yet, but look at this. The Pulse Nova damage with the Diabolic Edict and the additional heal from Muka not only keeps Osgold alive, but it gets the kill onto the Grimstroke. Khan rotated in 3 heroes. Sadly, Osgold, with the support rotation of his own team, stays alive, stays strong, goes right back to doing what he was doing like nothing happened, and picked up a regen rune to boot. Lucky Lesh, lucky Lesh. Hydra. We see Osgold. What's he going to be building into? So we have Hood of Defiance as the primary option for him. Of course, we'll be getting the Armlet from Dream and Night Stalker. We should get Armlet potentially into Echo Saber afterwards. The other side, what do we need from Khan? What do we need? Phase Boots will emerge first for Cheshire Cat. I wonder if he wants to go for the 4-staff again like he did last game. Or if he opts straight for Blink Dagger, or if he also wants Hood of Defiance. Looks like the Hood is going to be the option. I really didn't feel comfortable about the fact that he didn't have one in the previous game. I feel like, yeah, playing into Leshrac without Hood of Defiance, that just feels a bit cocky. But he will get one this time around. Remedy the mistakes of the past. And how are his compatriots looking? Obviously, we're getting Falcon Blade into Morbid Mask for Lema. He's getting ganked as well. He might die here. Do they have a way to kill him? Osgold looking for the Split Earth. Does he find it? No, he does not. Aina gets vision. Aina knows he's here. And I don't think they'll be able to find the Crippling Fear. Osgold, they're still going to try and make the push at the very least. So even if they're accepting not being able to kill this Morphling, they're going to put as much pressure onto the tower as possible. Should be able to bring it down right now. Just need one more proc of the Diabolic. But Osgold might not stick around that long. They suspect that there might be heroes rotating on top from Khan to protect this tower. And this suspicion is correct. Pikachu hanging around this Roshan pit, waiting to utilize this haste rune to try to close in on some of these targets. Unfortunately for him, Hydra will decide to back off, so instead he's going to try jump middle. There's the haste rune. Inkswell will allow him to get the stun onto Zayax, but Zay. Oh, by the way, that's also a thing that can keep happening. Pikachu could find himself either getting glimpsed back from the initiation or just jumping into Static Storm. Zayax is actually going to make life a living hell for so many heroes on the side of Khan. Tidehunter is also not going to have fun playing against Disruptor as time goes on. Smorfling, until you get BKB and or Manta, you also are susceptible to getting glimpsed back into Static Storm. They don't have a natural save on their lineup, and sure, they do have access to the Soul Rip from Aina for some potential heal, but that's pretty much it. Somebody's isolated. They're isolated. We also see that Khan don't have the best reach to get in and out of fights. So if somebody gets left behind, they're left behind, yo. I haven't calibrated in a while, Windows 6, but the last time that I'd done the calibration, I found myself in like Ancient 3, Ancient 4, somewhere around there. But it's been a very long time since I've calibrated, honestly. You see Pikachu in this mid lane looking towards getting this early Yule Scepter. What also sucks about this game, in terms of the kinds of silences that they're dealing with. Hold on, we're going to see Cheshire Cat dying. Oh, he's so dead. Oof. They bring in Blizzy as well. They're gonna try fight this. Khan, don't do this. Let this one go, my friends. They glimpse him back onto the high ground. Cheshire Cat isolated from his team, but he still gets off the Ravage. We don't have a Static Storm just yet. Now Pikachu tries to jump forward, looking for Osgold. Can he kill him? Muka has already been taken back with the IO, so he cannot protect the ledge this time around. So now it's Cheshire Cat's opportunity to stun on him. And they do not manage to win that fight. Hydra, they reload in onto Cheshire Cat, but the big beefcake stays alive and in good stead. 3 points into Kraken Shell, 4 points into Gush. And there was no life stealer nearby. And also, because Blizzy was the one that was tethered up, Blizzy at this point honestly isn't that much of a threat. If Osgold was tethered, it might have been a different fight, but Blizzy unfortunately cannot utilize his talents to kill anybody, so Cheshire Cat gets away. Very bad fight for the side of Hydra. And also, to make matters worse, at the end of the fight, Lifestealer sort of ran up the ramp. He wanted to get involved. Erstwhile, Morphling was just calmly bottom, chilling, farming up. To be fair, he has a lot to catch up on in the overall net worth. But he was afforded more time on that farm than Dream got. And now Dream will be forced to rage away. Oh, what a heads-up play from Dream. If he doesn't do this Infest play, Pikachu's right there waiting for him. Then they pop the Astral Remnant, or the Aether Remnant into Astral Step. Suddenly we have a dead Lifestealer. But good heads-up play from Dream. Gets himself completely out of trouble. Tidehunter and the gang beating down on this tier 1 tower down bottom. Pikachu's gonna try to defend their own tier 1 middle to make sure they don't lose too much in this trade. Well, ideally it shouldn't be a trade at all, right? Osgold will trigger the Diabolic Edict. With that tower down, falling at bottom, means that there is potential for them to come back and defend this. Hydra recognize this, so would prefer to rather utilize this Diabolic into the jungle creeps. Also, why has everyone gotten such good neutral items this game? Like Leshrac with an Arcane Ring? Are you kidding me? Like Blizzy got himself a young Possess Mask. Oh, bottom. Static Storm out onto the Morph. He didn't get off the Strength Morph. Oh no, that's what can happen. If you don't get off the Strength Morph, it's instant silence. Nothing you can do. No counterplay available. At the very least, the rest of the team will put some pressure onto the tier 1 tower middle. Unfortunately, without Morphling being alive, their push is actually really slow. Glimpse back now onto Aina. Split Earth will connect. Pikachu has Inkswell on him, will dive forward. Coming in with the stun onto this Leshrac. Erstwhile Dream jumping in with Rage ongoing. Can't bring down any targets just yet though. Aina plopped down a defensive tombstone on his side of the map, and Cheshire Cat still has Ravage. Muka ready to try and tether a target, but he can't tether anybody if he's dead. Woo! Just barely gets away from the Inkswell stun. So they will hold the line here on the side of Hydra. Nobody's going to be encroaching upon this tier 1 tower just yet. Cheshire Cat. Just going to be watching Dream with the newly acquired armlet. Just posturing in front of him. Cheshire Cat got first blood, so Khan got first blood there, Pins. Morphling will be buying Yasha. I feel like this is a game where I want a very stat-heavy Morphling. I don't want a shotgun build here. I feel like he needs the capability to take very long, drawn-out fights with his team. Pikachu, thinking about jumping in on the high ground here. Not going to find a viable target and doesn't want to waste the Astral Step on it. Who do they glimpse back? They glimpse back Cheshire Cat. But we've seen this movie before. This is a Static Storm. Do they have the damage this time around? This time they do. They prevent any Ravage plays, and they will destroy the tombstone laid out by Aina. They're also diving forward. Blizzy wants somebody else. No access to Crippling Fear, but will have the Void in a moment. Who do they get? Oh, they glimpse back Pikachu. Doesn't have an Astral Step. Dissimulate. Down for another second. Can they find the silence? No, they can't. No stun either. Gets off the Dissimulates. To the far side of the fight he goes. Now, given the safety as well of the Inkswell, so might decide to turn around on this one. But Osgold, he's going on the forefront with the Pulse Nova. Diabolic Edict going. Way too much magic damage. The rest of Khan need to flee. So they decide to peace out. They get away. Soz, mate. I mean, at the bright side, at least you can say hi to Pikachu. You know, y'all are friends, right? You can hang out.
That Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Feels bad. Well, Osgold does manage to take the tier 1 tower middle. The farm rate for Hydra getting a bit insane right now. Because they've taken this tier 1 middle as well as the tier 1 top, can already take over the entirety of this Dire jungle. Mid lane though, they're gonna find a kill on Lifestealer. Dream? 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 How did I... Okay, that happened. That's such an odd place for a Lifestealer to be, right? At this stage of the game. Like... Okay. 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 Alright. Lema ends up taking the tier 1 tower. Jireen, it might be one of those games for our boy Dream. He always seems to have these games when he's on his signature heroes. It's when he's playing Morphling, Lifestealer, Juggernaut. That's when these weird situations emerge from Dream. Still though, it's not that deep. They're still ahead of the game. Tier 1 tower did drop. Osgold is still farming. Eternal Shroud's up. Got the Kaya coming in. This feels like a fantabulous game to have Sanj and Kaya. Getting yourself that status resist, given when there's so few disables on the other side of the map.
Strange to say,
Pikachu
middle tower is under attack.
gets scouted. They see him, and Aina... Zach's just messing. Dude, they're gonna come destroy your tombstone for free and get free money off of this. He's gonna at least try farm a bit with it. Okay, they're leaving it alone though. I'm kind of surprised that Blizzy and them aren't going. But now they know tombstone's down. Instead, him and Zax are gonna smoke up, head top. Aware that if Undying TP's in, he doesn't actually offer assistance here. And they really would like to claim this tower. Fortification does get popped. However, they are banking Hydra on the fact that more heroes will come in to defend. I don't think Goddamn is like the best target for them, but they'll take it. It will enable them to take the tower if they do kill him. And there we go. Crippling Fear. No way out of this one, my friend. He'll lose his life very quickly. And now we see the tier 2 tower getting taken away. It's going to open space for this outpost. They don't mount nearly as fast or push themselves, unfortunately for Khan. Oh no! Pikachu jumped in on Zayax thinking he's going for a kill. Instead, he goes in to a young Static Storm. Manages to dodge the glimpse attempt out. But he almost got solo killed there. Dude, if this Disruptor was level 10 and he had the Thunderstrike talent, that would be a dead Pikachu right now. That was so wild.
Must I repeat myself?
And the main thing though is that they managed to keep control of the tier 2 tower and not drop it. Take the outpost on the other side. So now you don't just have this big gold lead to contend with. Khan are desperate. You can see that they're posturing around the tower because they don't want to start falling behind on experience as well. Whenever the enemy team has the dual outpost pre-20, you know that it's pretty much a matter of time. It's like a race to the bottom so you can take the tier 2. Oh, hold on. Blink Rabbit gets revealed. Muka, will he get burst? Not just yet. Pops off the mech. He's still alive. Osgold now in the middle of the fight. They got off the split earth onto the Morphling. Here comes Blizzy with the crippling fear. Morphling can't get himself out of trouble, so he just dies. So does Tidehunter. Blizzy, Blizzy, Blizzy. Crippling fear, good spell. Now they want to chase Pikachu. Does utilize the Yule Scepter at least to stay alive for now. Aether Remnant prevents Blizzy from chasing too far. Pikachu, will they find him? Will they interrupt the TP? No. Off track with the Void. Feels bad. Doesn't manage to find him. However, that would have been just icing on the cake. You know, killing him is dessert. We already had the main course. Brought down the Morphling and the Tidehunter. And yet again, you see what I mean about how for Khan to get these kills, the execution level is a little bit obscene. Like, everything has to land flush perfectly at once. Any misstep or any piece of hesitation, especially when you're this far behind, suddenly the team that's ahead can leverage their advantage in items, can leverage their advantage in farm and experience and turn that against you. And we saw it in that fight down bottom, especially between Osgold and Blizzy. That crippling fear, they were not ready to fight against Blizzy. They thought they were going to be able to just burst Muka, maybe kill Osgold and get out, but Blizzy says no. Blizzy's going to say no again in the mid lane as they are aiming for Cheshire Cat. He's inside the Static Storm right now. Honestly, I don't even know why they dropped Static Storm. He doesn't have access to the Ravage right now. And they had more than enough magic damage to kill him, even through the Anchor Smash. But it is only a 90-second cooldown, so whatever. Pop it, and it enables them to get the Roshan as well. So the big man gonna lose his first life in this game. Let's give the Aegis towards Osgold, shall we? But I think Dream is probably gonna take it. Come on, Osgold, just take the Aegis, dude. Osgold, there we go. Osgold, dude, drop your... There we go. Lema building into Skadi, it seems. I think that's probably a ultimate orb somewhere heading towards him. Where's his courier? Unless he just wants to go... Wait, it looks like he like half to Skadi. Does he want Manta? What's going on here? And then he's gonna turn that into a BKB. Lema wants BKB to try and fight through the crippling fear and as well as the Static Storm, but I see a world where around the time that he's getting the BKB, Xyx actually has Aghanim Scepter. The only saving grace is that there was no Philosopher's Stone picked up. Let's actually see what neutrals were gained in the second round. Quicksilver Amulet, very good on this. Lifestealer, Essence Ring. What, dude? Why is this Leshrac getting so lucky? Dude, he started with Arcane Ring, then he gets an Essence Ring. What? On Leshrac. Okay. Lema is indeed going Skadi. Part of the problem with going the BKB is that it's very defensive. They're not going to have any damage. Like, they were already struggling with damage, but who do they kill now? By the time you get BKB. And he's not going E-Blade, so there's no massive burst either. Speaking of burst, we're not going to see burst though. Aina, very luckily for him, doesn't get caught inside Static Storm. Won't matter though, as they can just easily run him down with the relocate. We see Pikachu caught inside the crippling fear. Will he get out of dodge here? Sadly, even with the help of the Cheshire Cat Ravage that caught absolutely everybody, Pikachu's still screwed. And now Cheshire Cat will join him in the grave. Morphling, at the very least, was kept fully safe. Didn't really have to participate in that fight. He couldn't help, but he wasn't attacked either. So he does end up getting out to safety. Unfortunately, in that situation, we're starting to see more and more the power of this Hydra lineup. They get the Bloodstone as well for Osgold. This is so scary. Disassembles the Sanjan Kaya for this. We'll just go straight into having Heaven's Halberd. So then, not only will he be super tanky and very difficult to deal with, but the only hero, right? Lema, because he's going for this right-click build, Skadi, BKB, presumably Daedalus after that. Or Satanic, one of the two. Whatever the build he's going for, now you just pop this halberd on him. Suddenly, that's not even a huge source of damage. It's the only source of damage. Completely covered, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. No Aghanim Scepter just yet for Pikachu. He's about to get it now. So, we don't have that increase in magical burst of the Resonant Pulse. Googly, the problem with like having this Morphling, if you went for burst first, like there was a kill that they had down bottom where, bro, he died so quickly. It was obscene. It was kind of crazy. Like, wow. Yeah, he got terrified by how quickly he died. So he's like, I can't abide by this. I need to go stat heavy and defense heavy, so I don't die that quickly. Sadly though, like you mentioned, it doesn't enable him to actually kill anybody on the other side either. So Hydra pretty much not afraid of him, and won't be for another like 3 items on this hero. So the calculation went for life. Well, they're gonna try kill Xyx. They get that kill at least. That's a nice shot in the arm. A nice little boost. You know? It's like that time when you put on a pair of pants you haven't worn in a while. And you're like, oh, sweet. There's a little bit of money in the pockets. That's always nice. Ultimately, it's not going to help you pay your rent, but, you know, you can buy yourself some ice cream. Dream, we haven't spoken about him in a while. Also heading for a Skadi. And that, oh, speaking of Skadi, no, they caught the Morphling. Bye-bye, my friend. Bye-bye. The blink from Blizzy with the BKB active doesn't allow any options for this Morphling. Soulbind from Goddamn to try and save his own life. It will not be possible, unfortunately, my friend. Ends up dying. Pikachu does manage to Astral Step back into the base. And Dream, we saw the damage that came out between Blizzy and Dream. It's a double damage rune from the Lifestealer as well. And Blizzy's back in with another crippling fear. This time, Pikachu is the primary target. All right, this game's over. That's it. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. It's over. It's done. Can't do anything. They take the lane of Rax middle. In the first game, they managed to take Rax at 17 minutes. A little bit more delayed this time around, but when they break through strong. They claim 2 sets over and above the inaugural 1. The only reason they're not claiming more is that Khan still do have access to this tier 2 tower down bottom. And this is holding them in the game. But it feels like this hold is tenuous at best. Tenuous at best. And we see middle Lema. No! Glimpse back. Ah, well, he's dead. Pikachu goes in with the Resonant Pulse. There's going to be a Ravage as well from Cheshire Cat. But there's no damage. Who's dying here? It's actually Pikachu that's dying. Because there's a Pulse Nova. Because of the Diabolic Edict. And they see that, listen, if we can Ravage the whole team with Void Spirit in the middle of that whole team, he uses all his spells, and nobody takes any damage, that means the game is over. That means the game is certainly over. So, that is done. That is it. The curtain is called. GG, well played. Hail Hydra, because they took a commanding 2-0 victory on this one. Woo! Damn. Damn. That was... Woof. Yo. Across 2 games, Khan had a combine... Yo, listen. Across game 1 and 2, Khan got fewer kills than Hydra got just in this game. That's how you know it was a bit of a drubbing. It was a painful situation. Not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination for the side of Khan. And they get 2-0'd in very strong fashion here by Hydra, who, of the strength of this victory, of the strength of this dub, will now move into, what? 3rd place? Yeah, 3rd place. 3rd place. They have a 4-3 scoreline to their name right now. You know, they're 8 and 9. That's pretty impressive. Quite good. The sad part about this, though, for the side of Khan, is now that you have copped this loss, you're 2 and 3. Your record is 5 and 6. It doesn't mean anything yet. They still have a long way to go, Khan, but now they have to start getting a little bit shaky. You know, it's in that situation where you can't drop games anymore. Every single other series now matters. There's still a big gulf between themselves and teams like Team Empire and Bait, who are at the very bottom of the group, but it's not a big enough gulf that you're fully comfortable with how things are panning out. So, hey, you bet on Hydra. Good job. Good job. You should do the right thing. Somebody else earlier, there's a rule on this channel that if you win a bet while watching the game here, you have to make a small donation. I don't make the rule. I just abide by it and have to enforce it sometimes, lol. But I'm glad you won your bets, you know. Obviously, you're not obligated to make a donation, but I would greatly appreciate it, you know. So shout out to you if you decide to do so. Any amount is good. Not only, what's actually weird about the donations is Twitch, this is actually one of the most frustrating things. So, the way some of these algorithms work, right? Twitch will also promote channels that get donated to more so than just other channels that have follow counts. That's also why you all should chat as much as possible. Like, as much Twitch counts interaction more so than anything else. So, interact with the homie, please. I appreciate it greatly. This game, I think as well, beyond just being a game where they came away with a dub on the side of Hydra, this is another outdraw from them. from jump, we were talking about how Khan, they don't have easy damage. Execution is very, very high to do anything. And yeah, Hydra just played this nicely. Good lanes yet again. Made sure that they never ran into situations where they weren't capable of taking a fight before the fight happened. And just, yeah, nothing doing from the side of Khan. Let's see the damage numbers even. Oof, that's not pretty. That's not pretty. Oof. Nobody hurt anybody. Outside of Io, wow, everybody on this team on Khan did less damage than even Disruptor. It's crazy. It's crazy. What can you do? Rough game. Rough game. But the game is over. The game is done. Khan is now in a very scary situation. And also I have bad news. I have bad news, right? I'm getting load shed in about an hour. So there's literally no point in continuing the next game. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to go view a house that I want to live at. Go check it out just now. The situation as it stands, for Khan, it's, yeah. The thing that's very frustrating about this team, though, is that on their day, they actually look legit, right? There was a game they played against, not Creepwave, they got bodied by Creepwave. Nemiga, yeah, there's a game they played against Nemiga where they actually looked very good, especially in like the, was it game 2 or game 3? But there was some wild game they played against Nemiga, which was very fun to watch. But this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. What I am liking, though, is the fact that amongst all of these teams, there's sort of categories, right? Brame and Creepwave thus far are quite far ahead from everybody else. They're at the very top of the group right now. V Gaming lost games early on, but they're seeming to pick up steam. And outside of their early losses, they've been doing a lot better consecutively in each game that they keep playing. I believe that they've only lost to Brame and Hydra themselves, V Gaming. But Brame, Creepwave, V Gaming all seem in like close to a similar tier. Then you have like Nemiga, Hydra, Hellraisers, Khan, what's the other team? No Marcy, you know, all of them in a similar category. And then you have, you know, Team Empire and Bait at the bottom. But I like that it's not, a lot of times when we come into these Eastern European tournaments, there's very clear favorites and trash teams. Not even like there's very clear favorites, mediocre. No, it's like 2 good teams, everyone else sucks. This is not the situation. The region is improving. Let us hope that part of this is inspiration from seeing Team Spirit win TI. And let's hope that it continues into the DPC, where potentially I'm casting as well. Oh yes, thanks for reminding me. Listen, before I go, while I still have y'all attention a little bit, please, for those of y'all who haven't, if you haven't had an opportunity just yet, do me a favor, go to my Twitter. I'll link the prospective tweet here below. Interact with this tweet and the tweet that is underneath it. Like it, retweet it. Just be there with it. The main thing is I'm trying to get into the DPC, and as we know, in esports, visibility carries a massive currency. So it would probably help a lot if people see that the streets are clamoring to bring Snare aboard in whatever capacity. I don't care what I'm doing. Just put me in there. Just put me in there. Just get me in, and we'll figure it out from there. So I would appreciate it greatly if you would go like that tweet, retweet it, both of them, not just the one it's linked to, but this new one as well. Also, that highlight reel, that reel package that is on that tweet that I linked now, right? I worked really hard on it yesterday, so I would also appreciate some likes on it. Yeah, it was a lot of stressful work. I had to go through, I had to troll, I had to look far to find some of that footage. It was not easy to get, but we out here. Thank you all y'all for joining me for this journey today. And tomorrow, sadly, still have load shedding at about 6, but that does mean at least we'll have the morning series. I'll see what we can do, right? Because I really want to do Creepwave Brame. Yo, that sounds fuck. Yo, I'll have to make a plan, yo. I'll make a plan. I'll try to figure something out. Anyway, thanks so much for being with me today. We're out. Till later. Love y'all. Make sure you're following the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Absolutely become a subscriber if you haven't already. And if you don't want to become a subscriber, there's other ways to support. You can be a donator, you know. We saw the young homie early on today. Very grateful for having won some of his bets. And he pulled through and was like, here you go. Here's a donation for the boy. You can decide as well to put some bits. You can buy bits through Twitch. You can subscribe through Twitch. Or you can just go through Patreon and make a set and forget type of situation, you know, where you can just be like, here you go, here's your support, lowly streamer, don't worry about it, and then you just continue living your life, you know, and then knowing in your heart that you're continually doing a good thing. Thank you so much. See y'all later. Love y'all. Mwah! And peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Shit. Let's try it again.
Love fail.
Hi there, how are you? That's good. I spoke to a villain the other day about one of the rental properties that he has. He said to me that if I wanted to come view it today or tomorrow, when we spoke the other day, that I should just call when I'm about an hour out. I just knocked off at work, so I was wondering if he would be available in the next hour at like 5:30. Okay, no problem. Hi, how are you?
Reefers?
I'm good, I'm good. It's Sean, we spoke the other day on the phone about the place that we want to rent out. So I just got home right now and we spoke that I should be around an hour to do like on come see it. Would you be available around that time? Let's say 5:50. 5:50, like whatever time. I don't have a car, so I'll be coming in with an Uber. So I'll just give you a call again once I get out. Yes, 228 South Street, right? Centurion. There is it the building just opposite from Archurance, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, I work like in Joburg, so So I'm gonna be coming clean from this side. Yeah.
Once upon a time, there lived a man who lived on
Yeah,
a
so what I'm
planet
gonna do now.
called Planet Music.
Yeah, and then I think it'll take care of that. That's what I'm thinking in that. Because, you know, the traffic is always unpredictable, especially with load shedding being back in the mix now.
And these leaders had absolute power over their people through rhythm
Yeah.
to control the minds of many.
Yeah, I don't mind the commute, but like, so the work I do, I work in media, so I don't always have to be in the office, but there's just days when we have to go on location and stuff. Yeah.
Diamonds and gold and drove around in big, beautiful cars. And he
Oh yes, I saw. Yeah, that was what also helped make it very attractive.
built a castle on the island of Long, and it too was paved with
Yeah,
diamonds
that
and
sounds
gold.
absolutely perfect to me.
But he led his people
Yes, the Lago Market. Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
He was not.
Absolutely perfect season.
He was not.
Alright.